if we take just a peek at what's going on here in the divisional round. Both 1 seeds playing on Saturday. Texans-Chiefs, 4:30 Eastern on ESPN. KC, an early 7.5-point fave. Their Commanders-Lions, the nightcap on Fox with Mr. Tom Brady on the call. Very excited about that one. Washington, an 8.5-point underdog in that one. By the way, Tom Brady, so pleasant to listen to yesterday. I love that. Cracking jokes about double-fisting cigar and his cigarette. Loved listening to him. Then, on Sunday, we get the winner of tonight's game at Philly on NBC. Early odds on that. By the way, if the Vikings win tonight, the Eagles would be 3.5-point favorites. FanDuel is all over it. It is the Rams win, then it would be a 6.5-point favor of Philly. Interesting. And then this is the most anticipated game. This is it. These two teams get to beat themselves up. Ravens-Bills on CBS to round it out. Buffalo favored by 1.5 right now at home. As for last night, Kevin Clark of ESPN joining us. Sean Merriman is going to join us as well. So much defense, so much pass rush goodness, so much to discuss here. Last night, and I remember seeing it the first time I saw that it was a Sunday night game. I was like, very interesting. I love this for the Commanders. Little rookie, little Jayden under the bright lights. What will he look like? It was the best game of the weekend. Not even close. It was so fun. There were 2 punts in this entire game. Very, very few possessions, but they were exchanging fire, and it was all about Jayden Daniels. 4th straight week that Washington has come up with a game-winning score. He is Joe Burrow-esque in the demeanor. He does not flinch. He is unflappable. And yeah, they did this, then they doinked their way to their first playoff win since 2005. It's the culture that makes that doink go in, a la the doink going out with the Bears. It's the culture that makes it doink in. Jayden making all kinds of history as you're reveling in these highlights, as everyone is. First rookie to lead his team in passing and rushing in a playoff win. The run game was not there. It's something to keep your eye on. Kind of a, ooh, going into next week. But it didn't matter if he can overcome it. All these running backs doing their thing, James Cook everywhere, all over this playoff picture. No, the rookie had to put it all on his very own shoulders. He also becomes the first quarterback of any age, by the way, to have 0 turnovers and 0 punts. Tress Way, where were you? Chillin'. You were reading a book with A.J. Brown on the sideline, I'm sure. This is the first time that there's been a rookie 0 punts and a road playoff game since Peyton Manning in 2003. I've said it all year. I got to visit with this team. They wouldn't let me near Jayden. He had to earn his job as a starter, even though they all knew he was special. They all had the glimmer in their eye about what was yet to come with Jayden. They knew they would be here. And it was clear last night, not only does Jayden look immune to pressure, in the biggest of moments, bloody, bludgeoned, doing his thing. Does it bring out the best in him, potentially? Is he one of these sick pups that likes the pressure, that thrives in the chaos? I think so, and I love that. And the Commanders, they have the longest active win streak among the teams that are left. Talk about momentum. That is 6 straight as they head into scary Detroit next weekend. Loved that. I will say, Hamilton, and the run game thing was a big thing that I was really my whole thing of the weekend is the run games. We need to readjust these, the way that the market looks at running backs. Like it is, it's between the Saquons and Derrick Henry. Should we pay him? Should we not? Should we? All these, Josh Jacobs doing his thing even though they lost. Joe Mixon coming alive. We're going to see the same out of the Chiefs, I think, this next weekend. Like the run game is everything. James Cook, it's all. James Cook had 100 yards before I even took a sip of my beer. Like I was like, what's happening here? The running backs were the theme for me this weekend, and we're going to talk to Sean Merriman about it. That's what stood out with you. In this game, Bucky was running everywhere. Washington did not have that yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how they overcome that or if they can get it clicking. But Jayden is, he's scary. Like in the way of he's just this at all times in a way that you believe it and you see it week in, week out watching these regular season games, but you never really know until you get, and we'll get to Herbert. You never really You never really know until you get into that position, and now we do. The proof is it's out there on the tape.
Yeah, because I mean, we see all these weird things happen. The playoffs affect players in different ways. It is a totally different animal, and there was still, I mean, there was no doubt when the Bucs hit that field goal that he was going to come right back down the field.
Zero.
That 3rd and 1 run was absurd to make sure the Bucs wouldn't have any time left when they kicked it. He just rises to every single occasion, and it's almost this is a hard comparison to make, but I'm gonna say like there are moments that remind you of Mahomes early on when he would just find a way in situations where everything's stacked against him or everything's stacked against the team, that he just finds ways to make big plays in big moments.
Couldn't be happier for him. Couldn't be happier for Bobby Wagner, for Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, who's like, F everyone, I'm going to wear my hat backwards. Take that, everyone. No, what other coach in the NFL wears their hat backwards like that? He does. On this win streak, without the win streak, he doesn't give an F. He does not care. You had Magic Johnson like living his best life after the game. Josh Harris talking about culture and people and talent and whatever. I do want to say, we were doing X Factors last week. We said that McMillan for the Bucs, we'll get to the Bucs too, that McMillan was going to be the X Factor. The way that we framed it, which makes sense because we said like he's going to be the disruptor. We thought, Evans, Lattimore, whatever. We said Jalen McMillan is on social, is the guy who's going to send the Commanders on an early vacay. That went out on Twitter. Right away, Commanders fans were like, excuse me, you were riding with us, you flipped on us, and yesterday I'm like, go Command, and everyone's like, don't switch up. Commanders, you don't understand. Listen, I texted right away and said, whoa, I did not say that I did not pick this game, but I would not, so we fixed it. But it's still kind of out there, and I'm getting so much crap from Commanders, and I have to say, usually I don't say things like or like address them, but like I love this team so much that I can't handle that that's out there. I mean, I like the Bucs as well. I did not pick this game. I just wanted the best team to win, and the best team yesterday won and is continuing their playoff journey. But please, Commanders fans, please know that I love you, that I went to your camp, not just this year, back when the Wolfman was out there. Hamilton, get back here. Come celebrate with me. Oh. But way back in that moment, and I'm just the biggest fan, so please, that's not what I was saying. I was saying McMillan is going to be the guy to look at in this game, and he kind of was. It wasn't a huge performance, but he still kind of did his thing. But and so did Mike Evans and all of that. So we'll talk about the Bucs here in a minute. Commanders, I love you. I never didn't love you. Fool some I don't know the guy's Twitter handle, but I don't appreciate that, but I understand why you thought that based on the tweet. Okay.